Welcome, Taurus. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your fourth quarter reading. This is for the months of October, November, and December of this year. This is necessarily a general reading. All of you are different with different needs and experiences, so I understand this may not resonate for all of you, particularly as this is more of a predictive reading, something I rarely do. However, if you're interested in a personal reading, information about that is in the description box below. I am happy to be here. I am happy that you're here. Your presence is important so that I can continue to do these readings, and I appreciate all the support that you give me. I'm going to be shuffling on camera, which is a little different than what I do often. So, cards are popping out all over, as they have been. So for Taurus, your overall energy for the fourth quarter is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands describes your clarity on what you're good at, who you are, your gifts, your talents, your skill set, and your ability to take that and begin to explore the future possibilities so that you are casting your interest, your focus on unfamiliar territories, new locations, new ideas about places you could exercise your talents, essentially creating a proposal, a plan for the future. This takes a lot of courage, a lot of energy, faith in yourself, and excitement in some ways about possibilities that lie before you as you feel particularly consolidated at this time. For the month of October, we have the Fool card. And this card is describing your sense of liberation that you're experiencing, particularly in October, as you are again consolidated around not only the possibilities that exist, but this greater sense of trust that you have in yourself, faith that you have in your own ability to overcome any challenges, to move in a direction that reflects your interest and your desires, your potential, so that the actions you're taking may seem risky to others. They do not seem risky to you. This is coming from a sense of experience, hard-won overcoming of challenges. You have ultimate faith in your ability to move in a direction that's going to benefit you and that is going to lead to an elevation of your experiences, an exploration of new delights, new relationships, new potential, so that you are less concerned about a destination or an end goal as you are in your excitement about the journey, your freedom that you've earned to be here. And of course, you know that freedom involves responsibility. And Taurus, you know all about responsibility. You are stable, you are competent, you understand with any effort or attempt or exploration that you embark upon, there are rules and regulations, responsibilities to yourself in order to enjoy that safely. In November, we have too many cards. In November, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is describing a real sense of balance and in all of your exchanges of energy. So this includes relationships around love and money. In any way, yourself vis-a-vis your community, your employment, your home life, your family. All of those relationships are scrutinized in a way that helps you, assures you that you are not overgiving, something that is perhaps uh, a pattern of yours that you relate to as being ultimately detrimental to yourself. This is something you're still learning. This is a lifelong lesson for someone who is as talented, as loving, as practical as you are. The tendency to take care of, provide for, give advisement to others as to how to do things that they may be perfectly capable of doing for themselves. On the other hand, you are clear in your exchanges with all of your relationships and all of your contracts that you uh, recognize that you are due and would expect reciprocity in some form that must be explicit in order that you don't become resentful when you end up doing all the work in a way that perhaps no one asked you to do, but that you automatically took on as being the best thing, the right thing to do. So it's a form of protection that you are balancing out your relationships, recognizing that you can negotiate the exchanges in your relationship with an awareness that it is not all about money, it's about value. And sometimes the reciprocity you're looking for is just a kind regard, the desire to be loved, to make space for that. But you're very just in the distribution of resources in whatever way that shows up in your life. In December, we have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords describes a real deep release of some suffering that you've experienced. This is indicating to me that you have, in beginning on a new perspective, a new lifestyle for you, that you are in a place of safety where you can actually confront some very deep wounds that would have been difficult for you to face more honestly when you were not feeling as free, as grounded, as open as you are now. Part of the experience of liberation is a place of safety that you've arrived at. And this also includes your ability and the bravery that's required to look at the things that have been, that look like patterns of your own behaviors or actions that have not worked out, that you're not comfortable looking at, that have had unintended consequences that you've lived with for a very long time. Your ability to actually release that means that you have actually embraced and allowed yourself to experience the emotions associated with it. That is about clearing away, clearing the decks for the benefits of this new lifestyle, the benefits of your, I don't want to say upgraded, that sounds so cold, but your improved relationships, your improved ability to negotiate to all of your relationships on the basis of agreements that is neutral on the face of it. And moving to a place of neutrality is allowing you to release the memory of things that were not neutral, that were loaded, that were full of anger, rage, or just disappointment, and boomeranged an immense sense of hurt and loss, regret that you have experienced. So this is, as you close out the fourth quarter, what you're experiencing. I'm going to frame the quarter, that's October, November, and December, with oracle cards. And the first card that comes out is, I know that I can do what I set my mind to. This is perseverance, and this is such a Taurus energy. the work ethic, the consistency, the working with down to the bone. This is a beautiful quality that assures you of success in whatever you undertake. You are able to go the distance, no matter how much it hurts, no matter how hard it is. And in some ways, you have felt that that has harmed you, but ultimately, the benefit is aware in your never giving up, never calling it quits, moving through from start to finish with something in a way that allows you ultimately to reap the benefits. I'm also going to pull a chakra wisdom card or a crystal chakra card. And this is all framing the beginning of the quarter in October, so that I have pulled the root chakra. And the gem that is associated with the root chakra is garnet. And it is security is the key word. To feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature. And I know this will resonate with so many of you Taurians who have beautiful gardens. Move your body, express yourself in so many beautiful, balanced, and interesting ways. This is an area of great uh, creativity for you, and where and how you are inspired is through your connection with the natural world. If that's cultivating a garden, if that's collecting flowers, if that's taking pictures of beautiful plants and flowers, however you express it, this is a source of inspiration for you. And I don't think it's an accident that this reflects upon this new sense of life that you're experiencing, this new lifestyle you're embarking on that is so rooted in not only your ability to survive, but your ability to be powerful, to understand where your power derives from. And of course, we always look to the natural world to be aligned in the healthiest, most productive way. I'm going to clarify the Fool card with the Three of Staffs and the Eight of Staffs. Okay, so here we have embarked on a new expedition on a new journey with the Fool. This is actually one of relative innocence in a way. All of the bitterness of former trials and tribulations has been removed with this renewed sense of responsibility that you now take for your reality. The Three of Staffs is describing your understanding that you're in a place where you can recombine your talents and strengths, your vision, in order to explore the world, in order to look at new possibilities. This may be establishing a business of your own that derives from some of your experience in the world. This may be setting up a project in which you are exploring the resources that are available to you, the people you know, the people that you are aligned with, the resources you have, a new vision, a crisper vision of the possibilities that come from your own desire to be your best self. And the Eight of Staffs is about the number of invitations you begin to entertain. And what is so powerful about this is that others want to include you, and that you are aware that by joining with others in a very um, uh, particular way, in a guided way, in a way that is about alignment with who you are, You become a part of movement, gesture, impact in your community in a way you could not have anticipated. This can be a family reunion. This can be a high school reunion. This can be uh, friends, colleagues, collaborators coming up with a project or an opportunity to celebrate or to create something important in the world that allows you to grow and expand your network. But communication is key in October, where you will be pulling together things and being included in many things that help you to describe the potential that is in front of you. In November, the Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Jades and the Six of Cups. Well, describing the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Cups is really about this deeper reconnection with your talents, your skills, the things that naturally give you joy, that you are highly competent in those areas, and that reconnect you with positive memories of an earlier time in your life, an earlier exercise of your talents when you weren't judged or you didn't have an agenda for their advancement. This is without ambition. This is the pleasure and joy of doing what you did naturally, and how you are this opportunity to reconnect with others in your life, to balance out your relationships, to make sure that reciprocity is built into every exchange that you agree to, that you are coming to a place of not only greater joy, but satisfaction in your independence. In November, you are achieving this awareness of how you have cultivated your garden, how you have invested your resources in yourself, how that you are able to generate your own abundance, your own pleasure, your own projects with the resources you have, and that from the profit or excess you are able to reinvest continuously in yourself and in other projects, people, relationships that are similarly aligned. This is beautiful, abundant, joyful energy, reestablishing pleasure in your life. And in December, the Nine of Swords is clarified by, this deck is so large, and I pulled the King of Cups, or the Lord of Cups in this deck, and the Four of Staffs. Beautiful. So it's so interesting that this are clarifying a time when you are really releasing suffering, regret, loss, but allowing yourself to experience that in a way that is very final, that is a release. The Lord of Cups is describing your own incredible emotional maturity. You have evolved to a place of um, great compassion. And this may be something that surprises you in your ability to implement, share this compassion with others in a way that replaces a sense of taking care of others. Instead, you're understanding one of your real values is in uh, listening to others where they're at, allowing them to use you as a sounding board and your ability to reflect that back to them, as well as give advisement that in many ways surprises you, but also lets you know how much you've learned, how much you've grown, how far you've come in your experiences to be able to accept and recognize the strength in overcoming the tremendous obstacles you've had to overcome, how you've learned to love yourself, and how that self-love reflects itself in your ability to be compassionate with others, to be dispassionate in looking at those experiences that were very emotionally impactful in your life. The Four of Staffs is even further this way of establishing a growing, a solid, compassionate friendship, community, family, relationship. This is about two whole people coming together. In some cases, this can traditionally indicate marriage, certainly in whatever way that may mean to you and another, not in any conventional way. This is furthermore an agreement among all members of your community, your family, however it pertains to celebrating the growth that you and others experience, so that you now are aware that you are supporting growth, that all of your energy, particularly your ability to listen and be compassionate, to be dispassionate and advising others of what might be helpful for them, is towards the principle of growth, the process of growing, and celebrating that at every level. That's the real value that you have gained from releasing old beliefs, old hurts, old betrayals from the past. I'm finally going to pull a couple of oracles again to close out December, the year, and this particular quarter. And I pulled self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. This is very powerful, as it is reflecting this place in your body that reflects confidence, empowerment, self-worth, something that may have been very difficult for you to come by, and that you have achieved through the many trials that you have undergone, the many hurts, the many wounds and disappointments you've weathered. So you are now in a place of knowing that those, what do they say? If it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. So this is you being much stronger as a result of the process of releasing the old lifestyle, the old sense of yourself, and the eternal sense of betrayal, hostility, anger in your life. And I have pulled from the chakra deck the throat chakra. And the key gem associated with the throat chakra is the labradorite. So this is very powerful, but the key word is dreams. Dreams are where your mind translates the divine. And I must say, this picture of labradorite is pretty accurate. Dreams are where your mind translates the divine. It's a beautiful mantra to close this reading out. I thank you so much, Taurus, for this reading. Thank you for liking this, for subscribing to my channel, for sharing this with others. I look forward to seeing you again. Namaste.